I investigated origami a little bit after doing the origami workshop, and I really enjoyed it, but I didn't get very far with it, as you can tell. I kind of lost interest after a while. So then I was looking at folklore and fantasy creatures because I love Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Disney. But again, I just didn't really know where to go with that. I drew a Mickey Mouse and then had an idea for a living building while I was doing the cardboard workshop. So I made one, as you can see there, and then did some googling on them, found some things about like moss, bath mats and moss walls and how good they are for the environment. And like, I love word plays and puns. I thought like living buildings, like they're living because they have plants, but what if they were living as in they had legs as well? So that's where that came from. The frog one was a strong contender, but I eventually went with the spider. And also I was looking at just different ways to do like my moss and my leaves. So I had some wire. This was with tape that I coloured in with a pen to get a bit of stained glass effect. Looking at more inanimate objects and what their legs were like. These two obviously didn't have legs, but I thought they were cute anyways. And this is what I wanted my piece to look like. So I'm going to have the cardboard building there on its big legs, kind of looking down at my little man here that'll be made of clay, like Adam and Eve were made from clay. It's kind of like, the birth of humanity. And it's going to be like man created. Like, this is man's creation. We kind of come full way from being like totally natural to the industrial revolution, to then going back to all these like natural buildings and plants everywhere, and we have to face what we've created. So my building will be looking down at my little man there. And so for the legs, I did a bit of a spider study. And I made a dye from various things for wool. So I used red onion, peppermint, grass and spinach. I still need to stick those in. The red onion was meant to be green according to the website, but it ended up being red, surprisingly. So, and this is my Spider Woman. I watched Spider-Man and thought, woman, but spider. And the heroines are always these very sexualized characters. So she's Black Widow, I suppose, in a sense. And this is a study of moss on a sidewalk that I did. And some very plain boring mushrooms that I found, and some psychedelic ones that I decided might be fun, and a little building fly type creature. So my first artist was Marisol Escobar. She was recommended to me by one of the tutors, and I just liked like her boxy kind of designs with the legs, kind of similar to what I wanted to do. And then Sarah Dyer and Laurent Crest, they had creepy ceramics. There's the spider legs on that one. And Ronit Baranga. And some of the legs, they were like kind of taxidermy tables. They're a bit creepy, but the idea was interesting. And these all ceramics that have kind of been humanized, I suppose. And some wire work, because I was wanting to make a hummingbird out of wire. So, a variety of birds. Some spiders by Louise Bourgois, David Alifera. And then I liked the idea of embroidered leaves. I was thinking of maybe doing something like that, so I found some references. And this was an actual living building that was a power plant and a ski resort slope type thing that was in Copenhagen that I thought was pretty good. So, yeah,